1. Procrastinating on planning, the recipe for a Valentine's disaster. Many people fall into the trap of procrastination, believing they have ample time to prepare for Valentine's Day. This mindset often leads to delayed planning, resulting in rushed decisions and missed opportunities to create a truly special and memorable experience. Valentine's Day carries significant emotional weight for many couples, making last-minute, poorly thought-out plans feel impersonal, generic, and even insensitive. The mistake: a last-minute scramble. Waiting until the 11th hour to secure gifts, make restaurant reservations, or devise a date plan severely limits your options and stifles creativity. Imagine trying to find the perfect bouquet of flowers on Valentine's Day itself. The best blooms will likely be gone, and you'll be left with slim pickings at inflated prices. Similarly, popular restaurants are often booked solid weeks in advance, leaving procrastinators with limited dining choices or, worse, a disappointing fast food alternative. A last-minute approach screams afterthought and can make your partner feel undervalued. How to avoid it? Proactive planning is key. The key to a successful Valentine's Day lies in proactive planning. Instead of waiting until the last minute, aim to start your preparations at least 1 to 2 weeks prior to the big day, if not earlier. This time frame allows you to thoughtfully consider what your partner might genuinely appreciate. Do they have a favorite flower? Is there a particular restaurant they've been wanting to try? Do they prefer a quiet night in or a grand romantic gesture? Early planning grants you the time to answer these questions and act on them. Specific actions to take. Brainstorm ideas. Start by brainstorming potential gift ideas, date activities, and ways to express your affection. Consider your partner's interests, hobbies, and preferences. Set a budget. Determine how much you're willing to spend on gifts, activities, and dining. This will help you narrow down your options and avoid overspending. Book reservations. If your plans involve dining out, make reservations well in advance. Popular restaurants, especially those with a romantic ambience, fill up quickly. Shop early. Don't wait until the last minute to buy gifts. Shopping early gives you a wider selection and prevents the stress of last-minute scrambling. It also allows time for personalized or custom gifts to be made. Plan the logistics. Consider the logistics of your plans. Will you need transportation? Will you need to arrange childcare? Addressing these details in advance will ensure a smooth and stress-free Valentine's Day. Personalize your efforts. Thoughtful gestures go a long way. Consider adding personal touches to your gifts or plans, such as writing a heartfelt card or recreating a special memory. By embracing proactive planning, you can transform Valentine's Day from a source of stress into an opportunity to create a truly memorable and meaningful experience for your partner. 2. Choosing impersonal or generic gifts, the hallmark of thoughtlessness. Valentine's Day is a celebration of love and connection, a chance to express your unique appreciation for your partner. Choosing impersonal or generic gifts undermines this purpose, sending the message that your feelings are superficial or that you haven't put much thought into your gesture. A mass-produced teddy bear or a generic box of chocolates, while seemingly harmless, can feel like you're simply going through the motions rather than genuinely expressing your affection. The mistake: a gift that misses the mark. Buying a gift that doesn't reflect your partner's individual personality, interests, or preferences can make them feel unimportant, misunderstood, or even unappreciated. It suggests a lack of effort and can leave them wondering if you truly know them at all. Receiving a generic gift can feel like being handed a pre-written card. The sentiment is there, but the personal touch is missing. How to avoid it? Personalization is paramount. The key to a successful Valentine's Day gift lies in personalization. Take the time to truly consider your partner's unique qualities, passions, and desires. A thoughtful, personalized gift demonstrates that you pay attention to the details and that you care enough to put in the extra effort. Specific actions to take. Know your partner. This might seem obvious, but truly understanding your partner's interests, hobbies, and passions is the foundation of thoughtful gift giving. What are they passionate about? What do they enjoy doing in their free time? What are their favorite books, movies, or music? Think beyond the store. Don't limit yourself to the typical Valentine's Day displays at the store. Think outside the box and consider unique or unconventional gift ideas that align with your partner's personality. Personalize, personalize, personalize. Whenever possible, personalize your gift. This could involve engraving a piece of jewelry with their initials, creating a custom photo album filled with cherished memories, or commissioning a piece of art that reflects their interests. Experiences over things. Sometimes, the best gifts aren't material possessions at all. Consider gifting an experience, such as tickets to a concert, a weekend getaway, or a cooking class. Shared experiences create lasting memories and strengthen your bond. Handmade with love. A handmade gift, even if it's simple, can be incredibly meaningful. Whether it's a knitted scarf, a hand-painted picture, or a heartfelt letter, a handmade gift shows that you've invested your time and effort into creating something special. Thoughtful gestures. Sometimes, the most meaningful gifts are the small, thoughtful gestures. Creating a playlist of songs that remind you of your time together, writing a heartfelt letter expressing your love and appreciation, or preparing their favorite meal can be just as impactful as a store-bought gift. Ask for input. Subtly. If you're unsure what your partner might like, try to subtly glean some information. Pay attention to things they mention wanting or needing, or ask their friends or family for suggestions. Be careful not to give away the surprise. By avoiding generic gifts and embracing personalization, you can demonstrate your love and appreciation in a truly meaningful way, making this Valentine's Day a memorable one for both you and your partner. 3. Over-the-top or inappropriate gifts. The pitfalls of excess and intimacy. While Valentine's Day is often associated with grand gestures and expressions of love, it's crucial to strike the right balance. Gifts that are excessively extravagant or inappropriately intimate can create discomfort, awkwardness, or even pressure, particularly in newer relationships or when one partner is more reserved than the other. The mistake: misjudging the mood and boundaries. Overspending on lavish gifts or choosing something too intimate, such as lingerie or overly personal items, can make your partner feel overwhelmed, embarrassed, or even pressured. A grand, expensive gesture in a fledgling relationship might be perceived as trying too hard or moving too fast. Similarly, a gift that's too intimate too soon can violate personal boundaries and create an uncomfortable atmosphere. The mistake lies in misjudging the level of closeness and comfort within the relationship. How to avoid it: thoughtful moderation and respect for boundaries. The key to avoiding this pitfall is to gauge the stage and dynamics of your relationship and choose a gift that's both thoughtful and appropriate. Moderation is often the best approach. Focus on quality over quantity, and prioritize meaningful gestures over extravagant displays. Above all, be mindful of your partner's comfort level and respect their boundaries. Specific actions to take. Consider the relationship stage. Are you in a new relationship, a long-term committed partnership, or somewhere in between? Your gift choice should reflect the level of intimacy and commitment you share. A new relationship calls for more conservative and less personal gifts, while a long-term relationship allows for more intimate and extravagant gestures. Gauge your partner's personality. Is your partner generally reserved or more expressive? Do they appreciate grand gestures or prefer quieter, more intimate expressions of affection? Consider their personality and preferences when choosing a gift. Focus on thoughtfulness. A thoughtful gift, regardless of its price tag, will always be appreciated. A personalized item that reflects your partner's interests or a handwritten letter expressing your feelings can be far more meaningful than an expensive but generic gift. Avoid assumptions. Don't assume that your partner wants or expects a lavish gift. It's better to err on the side of caution and choose something more modest and appropriate. Respect boundaries. Avoid gifts that are too intimate or personal, especially in newer relationships. Lingerie, personal grooming items, or anything that might make your partner feel uncomfortable should be avoided unless you have a very close and established relationship. Experiences over things. Sometimes, a shared experience can be a more appropriate and meaningful gift than a material possession. A romantic dinner, a weekend getaway, or tickets to a concert can create lasting memories without being overly extravagant or intimate. Communication is key. If you're unsure what your partner might appreciate, consider having an open and honest conversation about gift-giving preferences. This can help you avoid any awkwardness or misunderstandings. By practicing thoughtful moderation and respecting boundaries, you can choose a Valentine's Day gift that strengthens your connection without creating discomfort or pressure. The goal is to express your love and appreciation in a way that feels genuine and appropriate for your relationship. 4. Misunderstanding your partner's love language, speaking the wrong dialect of love. Valentine's Day is, at its core, about expressing love. However, everyone expresses and receives love differently. The concept of love languages, popularized by Gary Chapman, highlights these variations. Misinterpreting your partner's love language can lead to disappointment, even if your intentions are good. Giving a gift that doesn't resonate with their preferred way of experiencing love can make them feel unheard, uncared for, or even misunderstood. The mistake, a mismatch of affection. The mistake lies in assuming that your partner receives love in the same way you give it. You might pour your heart into writing a beautiful love letter, only to find your partner underwhelmed because their primary love language is acts of service. Similarly, showering your partner with gifts when they truly crave quality time can leave them feeling disconnected and unappreciated. It's not about the effort, but about the type of effort and whether it aligns with their emotional needs. How to avoid it. Learning their love language is essential. Understanding your partner's love language is paramount for creating a truly meaningful Valentine's Day experience. It's about speaking their dialect of love, ensuring that your expressions of affection are received in the way they were intended. The 5 love languages. Words of affirmation, expressing love through verbal compliments, appreciation, and encouragement. Acts of service, showing love by doing helpful things for your partner, like chores, errands, or small favors. Receiving gifts, expressing love through thoughtful presents, both big and small. Quality time, showing love through focused attention, uninterrupted conversations, and shared activities. Physical touch, expressing love through physical affection, like hugs, kisses, holding hands, and cuddling. Specific actions to take. Observe and listen, pay close attention to how your partner expresses love to you and others. Do they frequently offer compliments? Do they show their affection through helpful deeds? Do they cherish quality time together? Their actions often speak louder than words. Have open conversations, talk to your partner about love languages. Ask them which language resonates most strongly with them. Share your own love language as well. Open communication is key to understanding each other's needs. Read the book. Gary Chapman's book, The 5 Love Languages, is a valuable resource for understanding this concept in more detail. Consider reading it together as a couple. Tailor your efforts. Once you understand your partner's love language, tailor your Valentine's Day plans and gifts accordingly. If their love language is acts of service, consider cooking them a special meal or taking care of a task they've been putting off. If their love language is quality time, plan a special date night or a weekend getaway. Small gestures, big impact. Even small gestures that align with your partner's love language can have a big impact. A handwritten note for someone who appreciates words of affirmation, a back rub for someone who values physical touch, or an uninterrupted evening together for someone who craves quality time can be more meaningful than a lavish gift that misses the mark. Be consistent. Understanding love languages isn't just for Valentine's Day. Make an effort to speak your partner's love language consistently throughout the year to strengthen your bond and create a deeper connection. By understanding and speaking your partner's love language, you can transform Valentine's Day from a potential source of miscommunication into a genuine celebration of love and connection. 5. Ignoring expectations or preferences, the recipe for disappointment. Everyone has different expectations for Valentine's Day. Some envision a grand, romantic evening, while others prefer a quiet, intimate setting. Ignoring these differing expectations can lead to hurt feelings and disappointment. Mistake: assuming your partner shares your vision for the day without open communication can create misunderstandings. One partner might be expecting a lavish date, while the other is planning a low-key night, leading to unmet expectations and resentment. How to avoid it: have a conversation beforehand about your Valentine's Day preferences. Discuss what you both envision for the day and find a middle ground that works for both of you. Open communication is crucial for aligning expectations and ensuring a mutually enjoyable experience. 6. Underestimating the importance of thoughtfulness, sentiment over stuff. It's easy to get caught up in grand gestures and trendy gifts, but Valentine's Day is ultimately about showing genuine appreciation and affection. A simple, thoughtful gesture often carries more weight than an expensive gift lacking sincerity. Mistake: focusing on the stuff and neglecting the sentiment behind the gesture can leave your partner feeling unappreciated. A costly present without a personal touch can feel impersonal and empty. How to avoid it: prioritize the sentiment behind your actions. A handwritten note expressing your love, a home-cooked meal featuring their favorite dish, or a planned activity with sentimental value, like revisiting your first date spot, demonstrates genuine care and thoughtfulness. 7. Forgetting the date or making last-minute plans, the ultimate oversight. Forgetting Valentine's Day or scrambling for last-minute plans can feel like a major oversight. Even in relationships where gifts aren't the focus, failing to acknowledge the day can send the wrong message. Mistake: forgetting the day entirely or making hurried, ill-conceived plans can make your partner feel unimportant or neglected. It suggests a lack of effort and can damage feelings. How to avoid it: set reminders on your phone, mark the date on your calendar, and plan ahead. Even a small gesture, like a surprise note, a bouquet of flowers, or a spontaneous plan to spend quality time together, shows that you remembered and care. 8. Over-focusing on social media, presence over posts. In the age of social media, it's tempting to document every moment of Valentine's Day. However, prioritizing social media over your partner can detract from the shared experience. Mistake: spending more time photographing and posting than being present with your partner diminishes the authenticity of the celebration. It can make the experience feel performative rather than genuine. How to avoid it: enjoy the day with your partner without feeling pressured to share every detail online. While a few photos are fine, the focus should be on creating memories together, not curating a perfect online image. 9. Trying to force romance, authenticity over artifice. If your relationship isn't particularly romantic, forcing an overly romantic Valentine's Day can feel awkward and uncomfortable. Not every couple desires or needs grand romantic gestures. Mistake: overemphasizing romance when it doesn't align with your relationship dynamic can feel disingenuous or forced. It can create an uncomfortable atmosphere for both partners. How to avoid it: be mindful of your relationship stage and your partner's preferences. A fun date or low-pressure activity might be more appropriate than an overly romantic gesture, especially in newer relationships. In long-term relationships, focus on creating shared memories that reflect your unique connection. 10. Not communicating enough, the foundation of connection. Valentine's Day is about celebrating love, and communication is essential for ensuring that both partners feel valued and understood. Failing to communicate your feelings or assumptions can lead to unmet expectations and disappointment. Mistake: assuming your partner knows what you want or need, or neglecting to express your app.